And then we have similarly Rpad. So if you want to do the padding on the right side, it will just do that padding.
Okay.
Then we have Rtrim, so it will trim the trailing spaces. It will remove the spaces after tutorial and give you the result. And then we have a space. I don't know why this function would be used. So let me show you the space. If you want a space of 10 characters, you run this code and you will get the space.
So what did it do? Sorry.
So basically it gives you...
difficult to figure out what it did.
So it will give you the spaces. So
okay.
I need 10 spaces. So it will give me the spaces. I can concat this. Basically, I can use the concat function with it.
Try it with something else, na?
Yeah.
With like, before, after.
Let me use the concat.
It's a silent contributor, huh?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know how it will work with concat. Let's try.
It really is a silent contributor.
Yeah, as for that, it will retain the 10 space characters.
Huh.
I don't know where we are going to use this, and they didn't give any description where we can use it.
But okay, got it. Yeah.
Okay. I thought of it would work like this. If you want a space.
No, is it because HTML suppresses additional spaces, right? Is it
yeah.
because of that it's not showing here?
I don't think so. If I put a space here, let me put a normal space. Yeah, HTML is suppressing it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's suppressing the spaces.
Cool. I think in regular HTML, regular SQL, it will work.
Yeah, I will check it how it works. Then we have so it's a string compress. So it compares the two string. Basically, it will compare the length of both the string, and it will tell if left hand side is bigger than the right hand side, it will give 1. If right hand side is bigger than left hand side, it will give -1, and if both are equal, it will give 0. So it's somewhat like this. If string 1 equal to string 2, it will give 0. If string 1 is less than string 2, it will give -1, and string 1 greater than string 2, it will give 1. Let me try this as well. So let me introduce 1 here. So in this case, it will give us -1. Okay. Left side, okay, string 1. So left side is greater than right side, so it will give you -1, and here it will give 0, and here it will give 1. So when we need to compare two columns, we can use that for the length. Then we have a substring. It's similar to the mid function we saw. So it will give you a string, you will give your starting position, and you will give your end position. Oh, sorry, the number of characters. So it will extract that particular value. Then we have a substring doing the same function. Then we have a substring index. So here, Jairam, this will help you solve your question. That if you want a second space or not. So here is substring index. So right now its position as 1. So it will give you the index. It will give the value before that dot. If I give it -1, it will start from the right, and it will give me that com.
Okay, got it.
And if I give it 2, so it will give me this much value. So yeah, if you give a negative number, it will start from right. If you give a normal number, it will start from left. Then we have a trim function, so it will remove all the leading and trailing spaces from a string. And then last 2 function is uppercase and upper. It will convert the whole string into the uppercase.
Substring index is also unique, huh?
Yeah.
Have you guys found this in anything else? Any other programming language? Substring index?
Not a similar one. We have to use like 2-3 functions to arrive at that kind of functionality.
Correct. So I mean, you'll have to make it.
Yeah.
Here it's right there. Yeah.
Yes.
So obviously, because of all the functions, you can eventually get to it. That's the fun part, of course. But here it gives you. See, it saves you some trouble, right? So to make this. So even let's say that padding thing, Lpad or something, right? So that
Lpad,
one.
Rpad.
Yeah, Lpad, Rpad. Instead of making it just right there, you can sort of quickly finish.
Yeah.
Anyway, good, interesting. These are the ones that will make things interesting and unique.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it has been, all repetition of the same functions everywhere.
This reverse, I don't know where we'll use it in actual. So it just gives them mirror images.
Now, sometimes, let's say if the programming output is reversed, right, for whatever reason, then you can quickly reverse it and get to the regular. Like an example of this would be, let's say, I mean, this is a funny thing. Let's say, so you get let's say you're extracting text from videos, for example. Okay. Because of mirror images that you find in reflections, right? You may get reverse text, right? So you can quickly reverse it back.
Yep.
Right. So interesting.
Yeah, if you want to send a coded file, we can use this as well.
Very, very easy now. The world has gone far beyond that kind of coding. Right. Now people are calling dematerialization. Dematerialization is used in another context. You know what it is?
Mm-hmm.
So when people used to have physical shares, okay? So in financial markets, so they used to have when you own a share, you'll actually get a paper share certificate. Okay. So about 10 years ago, even now that process is still there if somebody still holds those old shares. So when you want to convert that into your whatever online account, which is called it's called online. It's still called dematerialization, wherein you send them the physical certificate. They will do the process, and it will now get added to your online account. That process is called dematerialization.
Okay.
Okay, so let's move on.
Yeah, that's all for today from my side.
Okay.
So if you have any questions.
All good from my side, sir. Yeah, all good from my side.
Yeah, stopping the share.